Hey there. In light of a hospital visit I had last night / early this morning, I want to go ahead and do my endometriosis awareness video. It's another rainy day. I don't feel that good, so bear with me. I wrote a blog on it, of course. Basically, we'll start from the beginning of my experience. I got my period at a normal age. I was 13. They started getting worse and worse and worse as the months and months went by. Age 15, after going into my gynecologist complaining so many times of the pain, after being to the ER so many times telling me that I have normal pain, it's normal menstrual pain, I just have to deal with it as a woman, you know, just especially by male doctors, it drives me crazy. But sometimes when the female doctors do it, it drives me even more mad, because lucky you that you have a great period, because you obviously don't know what an endometriosis period is like. It would feel like someone was just like taking knives and twisting and stabbing in different places. Like someone was grabbing and twisting. When I think Mortal Kombat, you know, finish her, rips out her insides, and like it's so super painful. I've had kidney stones, I've given birth, I compare it to labor. I literally remember a time that I was banging my head in my bedroom wall because I could not move. Like, I'm not kidding. I could not move. And it was just unbearable. No heating pad, no medicine, no narcotic, no nothing. God, I thought I was dying. Like, I thought my uterus was about to fall out or something. Like, it had disconnected and it's coming out. I finally had surgery. They diagnosed the endometriosis. I can't remember what stage it was. It's on my bowels. I think I have some on my bladder, my fallopian tubes, my ovaries. You know, the usual. Well, your bowels and your bladder aren't always usually affected, but they can be. Actually, any part of your body can be affected by endometriosis. It has been found in the brain, amongst other organs. It's insane. And the research I did on it, because I wondered, you know, like, why, how, and there's some few reasonable causes. I'm sorry about the crickets. Like, gotta feed my pets. Basically, what endometriosis is the lining of your uterus is growing on the outside of your uterus. AKA, that means, where is that blood going? It is going into your body cavity. Hence the pain you're feeling. It's reattaching to other places. Sometimes it can come out when you go to the bathroom. It's embarrassing. I'm just going to be straight up, because I'm just going to be a straight up awareness girl. That happens to me. I bleed when I go to the bathroom. When my endometriosis is flaring. Like I said, I have it on my bowels. That does not help with the Crohn's. Because I've had 2 surgeries to remove it. It actually grew back within the first year. I actually want to say it grew back within the first month or 2. Because the pain, I had like one good month, and I was like, wow, this is what other girls get to have periods like. And then, boom, it was like hell in my uterus again. So, sorry if I scared anybody. If you had the hiccups, you might not have them anymore. So you're welcome. Basically, they look like black, smoky, burnt out spots. It's almost like someone put a cigarette out on that spot, and it's dead tissue. And like I said, it's just very painful. I have some pictures that I'm going to attempt to put on here. I'm new to this, so if I get it, go me. But the rate of your endometriosis doesn't depend on your symptoms, if that makes sense. For example, a grain, one simple, like a grain of rice size lesion on your ovary can cause you excruciating pain that feels like labor, childbirth, being stabbed, all kinds of things that I've read that women compare it to. While you can have stage 4, they need to take out your uterus and you don't have any pain. It's weird. Everybody's body is literally so different. The number one chief complaint is pain. Of course. You can get heavy clots. That can be alarming inside sometimes. Some people have to go to the hospital and get transfusions. Theirs is so bad, they bleed so heavy. Symptoms, that's a symptom. Painful sex, if it hurts to have sex with your partner. That's another possible reason. If you have pain and blood, like I said, using the restroom, that's a symptom. If you've had trouble, if you've been trying to conceive and you've tried everything, go get checked for endometriosis before you go do something like IVF or something. Because I actually got pregnant a month after removal. It was completely accidental. I was told I wouldn't have kids because of the way it just reoccurred in my adhesions, how they occurred after my surgeries, and they just said bleh. But I happened to conceive literally a month, like, after. Yay, endometriosis, baby. So it's possible for you. Don't give up. Because that's one of the, other than pain, infertility is the next symptom that people experience. And unfortunately, it's a very sad one, especially for women to deal with. Not feeling in control of your body. Symptoms include also fatigue, nausea, vomiting. I throw up when I have my endometriosis flares. It makes me sick. My Crohn makes me throw. Everything makes me throw up. So just, if it's not normal for you and you're doing it, get it checked out. Constipation, and then excessive bloating and a distended stomach. Now I'll show you my stomach, and then I'll try to show you another stomach, what my picture normally looks like. With my Crohn's, usually I eat, it runs through me. I go to the bathroom over 20 times a day. I'm super thin. And then there are times that I have such a bad flare that my intestines completely swell. My adhesions and all that start to get an infection, like in the hospital. I got my steroid pack, and we're hopefully going to get some of this down. But I actually look a good 4 or 5 months pregnant right now. I don't, normally it's just kind of like, but it's just distended. It's swollen. I'm actually disappointed they didn't do any scan work on me yesterday because of my intussusception. And normally you don't distend that much with endometriosis, but you can. There's really no limits to that because, like I said, you could be ridden with it. There's some pretty cool things I saw that could cause endometriosis. It's called retrograde menstruation. It's when your menstrual blood flows back up to the fallopian tube. And basically the displaced cells just kind of attach to whatever surface they come into contact with, whether that be the tubes, the ovary. You could have an immune system disorder. I can vouch for this one. I have many. I have Crohn's is one, Graves' disease is one, lupus is one. So my body's just already, it's like basically my body's unable to identify it as an enemy, but it sure doesn't seem to have a problem with giving me a world of pain, because I've literally been like in the hospital I don't know how many times the past 2 weeks. Like, can somebody please just like about to get taken out. I don't know how many women, like, if you are one of those women, please like or comment below, because sometimes I just want to take it out and be done with it. It's so painful. But I want to try for more kids, so we're gonna hold off on that one day. This is the one that makes a lot of sense to me, and that's endometrial cell transport. And basically, that would mean that your endometrial cells somehow got into your blood system and they're being scattered throughout your body. That would explain how it gets to places such as your spleen and your liver and your lungs and your heart and even your brain and your brainstem. Spine included. That's crazy. Like, someone was having symptoms of like a brain tumor and they had endometriosis in their brain. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of my problem, honestly. Probably in my brain. I'm that 1 in a million person. One problem that causes it, like I mentioned, is if you've had any other abdominal surgeries. Say, for example, you had an emergency appendectomy like I have had done, you're likely to have adhesions that have bound your organs together. It does not help the situation. Endometrial cells can grasp onto those, make it 5 times worse. It's not fun. And this one's interesting. I don't know how I feel about this one, but, like, you know, it's really cool. Embryonic cell transformation, where estrogen could have transformed embryonic cells into endometrial cell implants during puberty. You normally, yeah, let's go to the risk factors. I'm looking for a certain one. Getting your period at an earlier age than others is a risk factor. So I wonder if maybe, you know, things, I forget what that word is. I'm having one of those, I can't remember those words, but conspiracy theorist. I don't trust what they put in our foods, our medicines. But getting your period at an earlier age seems to be a risk factor. Never giving birth to a child. I will say that being pregnant was the best 9 months of my life. Well, of mine, because I had hyperemesis, and I'll talk about that. But I was in no pain. I was in weird pregnancy pain, but I did not have any endo pain, and it was a great vacation. Early menopause. If you have shorter menstrual cycles, I don't mean how many days you bleed. I mean your total, you know, most people have 28 days. Maybe some people have 20 days where they get like 2 periods a month or a period and a half. Everybody is different. Having a low BMI can attribute to that. I did have a low BMI then and do now. I was sick then though. That might have contributed to it. I wasn't really drinking alcohol for the most part. I was a good kid. No, I'm lying. In 2015 I was drinking. Yeah. I just keep it real. Family history, my mom has it. She had it. She had her hysterectomy because of it, and I believe she hasn't, I want to say it's PCOD. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mom. Any other medical condition that prevents the normal menstrual flow, or any abnormalities of the uterus or bowels can cause it as well. Number of things. It's just like chalk it down to cancer. It's our environment. 1 in 10 women suffer with this disease. They don't know it because they're being dismissed as crazy, junkies who come into the hospital who are in desperate need to pay medicine, like I was last night. Thank God that, you know, they believe me. They see my scans and all my history. But even I still worry that they worry about me wanting to get junked up. And I'm actually going to make a video after this one. That's really important to me. But those are the risk factors. But it's a really scary disease. It can take away your hopes and dreams of being a mother. It is something to absolutely dread. Once a month, you know, as a kid, a month didn't seem like a long time, but as an adult, it flies by. I mean, it flies by. Sometimes it seems it's just on top of each other. But this is what I wrote, and this is what I want to say to anybody listening. You're not crazy, and the pain isn't, it's not in your head, and it's not normal. If you're in any way of what I just been describing in this video, you need to recommend to get a laparoscopy done. It's non-invasive. I can probably show you my scars, or at least you might be able to see my belly button's like super scarred up, like up in here, and then I have another one like right here somewhere, but then I have another one right here. And they go in 3 different areas, and they just check you out, and, you know, just check all your bowels, check your pelvic region. They'll laser it off. They'll tell you where they found it. Normally they'll try to manage it with birth control pills. Mine actually was very well managed with birth control pills, but due to my Crohn's, I am not absorbing those correctly. If you're missing school, if you're missing your usual activities, if you're not going, for example, I love horseback riding. If I was missing my horseback riding over my endometriosis, red flag. And then, like I said, basically at the end, the main complications are infertility, the pain, which can take quality of life. And there's a risk of ovarian cancer, but it's considered relatively low. An even rarer form of cancer is the endometriosis associated adenocarcinoma, where it would develop later on. Like, say if you've had it like me since 15, I might get it when I'm 40, I might get it next year, who knows. Let's stay positive regardless. Let's keep smiling, give glory to God. I'm still alive. I got a steroid shot yesterday, so, I mean, I'm still in pain and I'm bloated, but I'm not, like, I'm able to take care of my daughter. I was able to go pick up my medicine, like, you know, Roll Tide. Just good luck and, you know, love and good vibes and prayers and just whatever I can send you, for those who are suffering, for those who are watching, who are curious if what they're going through is normal. Like I say in my other videos, advocate, advocate, advocate. Only you know your body. Doctors, they see so many people that I believe they get a superior mindset that they're God, or they know everything, or something's too rare, they can't have it. Or they seem to forget that we know ourselves. I can feel what's going on in my body, as I imagine many people can. Some people can't, some people, I can. I'm one of those people. If you need a listening ear, please comment below. Feel free to find me. My name's Allie Lane. I have a couple websites that I write on. Like this one was on whendiseasestrikes.site, not .com, .site. My personal blog is disabled@22.com. And if you're a Christian and you need any moral support through your diseases, any testimonies, because I have so many testimonies, keep your eyes up .site, not .com, .site. I'm about to make another video because it does kind of follow along the lines of this a little bit. So I guess I'll see you guys in a minute.